Hi everybody, welcome back to learning about plants. So this week we are going to focus on our basic plant needs. So over the last couple weeks we've talked about the parts of a plant, we've talked about its habitat, we've talked about the life cycle. So obviously in order for our plants to grow and for them to live, there are basic needs that we need to talk about. So what we are going to do is we're going to watch a quick short video and then we're going to label a diagram together about what the plant needs to survive. So what we're going to do is you're going to watch this quick video, okay? And then we will talk about what the plant needs and why it needs it, okay? Yes, they need it, but why, okay? Think about what basic needs that we have, okay? What basic needs do we have? I want you to start shouting about, what do we need? Shout them nice and loud. Good. We need water. We need to stay hydrated, right? Do plants need water? Good. What else do we need? Food. Awesome. Great job. We need food to survive. Okay, that's what gives us energy. Okay, so those are two main things. Okay, so we need to figure out what a plant needs. It might not be similar, okay? It might not be the same, but it might be pretty close. So I want you to pay attention, listen along, and then we will talk about the plant needs.
Hi kids, Professor Esther Hester here. Today I'm in my outdoor lab, also known as my garden. And this is my gardening partner, Jester. Say hello, Jester. One plant left. Can you dig the last hole? You are the best digger ever.
Hiya, Esther. Hey, Jester.
Jester's been helping me plant all morning. So, what question are you junior scientists investigating today?
We're trying to decide which one of our flowering plants would make the best gift.
Mine has the thickest leaves. Mine has sharp thorns and smells like perfume.
Mine has lots of pretty flowers. Yeah, but mine has fruit you can eat.
Well, mine has the biggest flower.
They're all so different, we can't choose.
Your plants might look different on the outside, but inside, they have a lot in common.
They do?
Put on these augmented reality glasses and see for yourself.
Wow.
Cool! Awesome.
Super cool.
Amazing! Whoa, I can see the roots.
See how the roots hold on to the soil? That keeps the plant in place. Roots spread out to bring in water, oxygen, and nutrients. Almost everything the plant needs to live. Some plants live in places where it doesn't rain that much. So when it does rain, their roots soak up the water really quickly. Other plants, like Piper strawberries, live where there is usually lots of water, so they can soak it up all the time, slow and steady.
My roots are doing the same thing.
Mine too.
Mine are too. What else do your plants have in common?
I know. They all have stems that hold the plant up. And whoa, look! Water is being sucked up the stem of my plant like a straw.
That's right, Logan. The stem carries water and nutrients from the roots to the rest of the plant.
My stem is carrying water and nutrients too.
Mine are too. Mine are doing
Yep,
the same
mine too.
thing. Hey, look at the leaves. What are they doing?
Our air has different gases in it, like the oxygen we breathe. There's also a gas called carbon dioxide that plants take in.
You mean plants breathe?
Not exactly. The carbon dioxide gets into the plants through tiny holes in their leaves. Then the plant uses sunlight to change the carbon dioxide and water into food for it to use.
Wow, plants can make their own food? That's amazing.
It sure is. But here's something even more amazing. When a plant is making food, it's also making oxygen. The same oxygen that we need to live.
I never knew plants help to make the air we breathe. Thanks, leaves.
Some plants, like impatiens, only need a little sunlight to live. Others, like Lester's sunflower, need a lot of sunlight.
Looks like my sunflower has a visitor.
Bees like flowers' bright colors and sweet smells. When a bee lands on a flower, it can pick up tiny pieces of pollen. If the bee carries the pollen to another flower and drops it there, that flower can start to make seeds. And seeds grow into new plants.
All your plants have flowers, but mine is the only one with fruit.
That's right. Plants grow fruit to hold their seeds. That's why you find seeds in apples and oranges and on strawberries.
All our plants do have a lot in common.
All our plants would make amazing gifts.
Question answered.
For our favorite science professor.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Looks like we have a few more holes to dig, Jester.
All right, friends. So now what we are going to do is we are going to take out your notebooks. So go ahead and take your notebook out if you haven't already done so. Okay, and what you're going to do is you are going to need to grab your notebook and put your name right at the top. So my name, Miss Fusay, obviously. I'm gonna put it right at the top. Okay, and you're gonna put your date, which today is the 11th. Okay, and then we can just put plants, day, 17. Plants, day 17. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to talk about what our basic needs of a plant are. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to draw a flower. Okay, it doesn't need to be super crazy. Go ahead and pause this video if you need extra time. I'm just going to draw a flower. Okay. Doesn't need to be super crazy. Can draw any kind of flower or plant that you would like. It doesn't need to be the same as mine. Okay. And I'm going to draw the ground. Okay, so we know our plant is in the ground. And what are these called, friends? Remind me of this part of the plant. Good, the roots. So the roots of the plant also I drew. And what are these called? Good, these are the seeds. Okay, we want to make sure we have all the parts of the plant that we need. Okay, feel free to pause it if you need a few extra minutes. But what we are going to do now is we're going to talk about the 3 basic needs of our plant. Okay, so we talked in that video, it stated that the roots are a main part of our plants. Okay, so what do our roots do? Well, let's first talk. What 3 things do our plants really need? You start yelling them out. Good, they need sunlight, they need water, they need air, and they need nutrients. Awesome. I heard everybody say those. Those are awesome things. So what do the roots do? Which things do the roots do? Okay, so good. I heard friends say that the roots soak in water. So I'm going to draw an arrow to my roots, and I'm going to say roots soak in water. Okay, so roots soak in water for our plants. Awesome job. Okay, so what else do the roots do? Yell it out nice and loud. Good. So the roots get nutrients. So I'm going to go over here. Wherever there is room, guys, don't have to do it where I'm doing it. You just want it to stay near our roots. So roots get nutrients. Awesome. So the roots get nutrients. Okay, so those are 2 things that our roots do. Okay, what else? Good, so they need water. So the plant absorbs the water through the soil or from the soil to their roots, okay? So plants need water to make food during photosynthesis, which is what we'll talk about in a couple weeks. I think it might actually be next week. And that's the process of how a plant makes its food. Okay, so it transports food and minerals to the plant's tissues, which is all in this part of the plant. Okay, so that's what we talked about for our roots. Okay, so now what's another thing that we said that our plant needs? What else does our plant need? Yell it nice and loud. Good, it needs sunlight. So I'm going to draw. So if you don't have the colors, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to draw my sun up here. Okay, here's my sun all the way up in the top, soaking in, and right over my plant. So it needs sunlight. Okay, so why do we need sunlight? Why does a plant need sunlight? What is the reason it needs sunlight? Good, so just like us, okay, sunlight provides energy, okay, needed for water to combine with the carbon dioxide. Okay, so that's what makes our plant green. Okay, so I'm going to draw an arrow to our sun. Okay, and I am going to write that the sunlight makes energy for the plant. Okay, so it makes energy. Awesome. Okay, make sure you have that written. Feel free to pause, guys, whenever. Pause the video whenever if you need extra time. Okay, so we've talked about sunlight, we've talked about water and nutrients. Okay, what's the last thing our plant needs? The plant needs air. Great job. So what I'm going to do for air is I'm going to just kind of draw little wind marks. Okay, that's my way of having air. Okay, so I'm going to point my arrow to my air. Okay, why do plants need air? What do you think? Good, so there's a lot of them. So air is needed for the plant to breathe. Awesome. So air is needed for the plant to breathe. Okay, so I'm going to draw another arrow because there's one more thing that's important. Okay, and we're going to talk about photosynthesis in a couple weeks, but it's important to understand that the air and all these pieces help the plant make food. Okay, so air has carbon dioxide, which helps make food. Awesome. Okay, awesome job, guys. So those are the basic things that we need to have written on our diagram. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to finish that up. I'll leave it up for a second. Pause the video if you need it. Okay, you guys are doing a fantastic job. So keep up all that hard work, and I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow.